Mio ran as fast as she could through the rainy streets. Her heart was pounding like a drum. The madhouse was behind her. This couldn't be real. It must be a bad dream. Everything had seemed normal at first. A simple visit to her friend's house after school quickly became a nightmare. Dead man's dog. Yuko and Yuki, the twins, hurried up to the front door of their house. Their new classmate, Mio, followed closely behind. Inside, a dog barked loudly, the sound echoing through the eerie stillness of the evening. Mio felt a little nervous. That's Hachiko. Don't worry, he won't bite, Yuko reassured. A large Akita dog, powerful and robust, stood waiting as they pushed open the front door. Oh, he's lovely, Mio said, but her voice sounded a little uneasy. Hachiko boisterously approached Mio with the usual interest dogs take in a stranger, sniffing her legs and wagging his tail vigorously. Mio kept her hands high, out of harm's way. Don't you like dogs? Yuki asked, noticing Mio's concern. No, I love dogs. We used to have one a few years ago, Mio answered. But he died. Yes, they do that sometimes, Yuko said. The twins made their way to the kitchen, where they found their mother busily preparing dinner. Mio trailed behind, with Hachiko sniffing her clothes and nudging her hand with his wet nose. Mama, we brought a friend, Yuko announced, as her mother turned to face Mio, who now stood at the door to the kitchen. I see. Who's this? Her mother asked, sounding a little inconvenienced. She smiled, but her smile didn't quite reach her eyes, and Mio felt unwelcome. Tanako Mio, Mio answered, bowing respectfully. Oh yes, Mio-chan. I've heard the twins talk about you. You moved here from Tokyo with your family, didn't you? She looked to the twins. Well, get Mio-chan something to drink and don't make a mess. Your father will be home soon. It's his birthday, remember? She said as she turned away and began to set the table. The twins moved to the living room, followed by Mio, who was relieved to be out of their mother's presence. The twins knelt on the floor. Mio walked around the living room, looking at old framed photographs. Hachiko followed her everywhere she went. So, it's your father's birthday today. I hope I'm not in the way, said Mio, lowering her voice slightly. Yes, it's his birthday, but don't worry about it, Yuko replied, scanning through her smartphone. Mio stood before a picture of the twins and Hachiko. This one is really cute, she said to the twins. Was your dog named after Hachiko, the famous dog that waited at Shibuya train station every evening for his master to come home? Mio asked. Yes, he was, Yuko confirmed, still engrossed in her phone. Imagine how faithful that dog was. I read he waited every day for over 9 years, Mio said, more to herself than anyone else. Yes, and he never realized his master was dead, Yuko said. Our dog does, doesn't he, Yuki? Yuko asked. Our dog knows our father is dead, doesn't he? Yes, Yuki answered softly. He always knew when our father was coming home. He'd run to the window and wait for the bus. He doesn't do that anymore, Yuko added, her eyes darkening. But maybe he will tonight. I've heard that dogs can see ghosts. Mio looked frightened and confused. But I thought your mother said he would be home soon. Our mother is crazy. Hachiko knows father is dead, but mother doesn't. You see, today is father's birthday, but it's also the day he died, Yuko explained, her voice eerily calm. Mio was horrified. She couldn't believe what she was hearing. Just then, the twins' mother came into the room, holding a present. Look, what do you think? She asked, her smile unsettling. What is it? Yuki asked, her voice barely above a whisper. You'll have to wait until your father opens it. You must stay for the party, Mio-chan. I bought a delicious cake, she said, her tone unnervingly cheerful. No, I can't stay, Mio answered, trying to hide her fear. I have to be home soon. No, you don't, the twins said in unison, their voices almost mechanical. Please stay. I better put the cake on the table. Yuki, do you know where the candles are? I can't find them, the mother said as she walked back into the kitchen. They're in the drawer. I'll get them. How many do you need? Yuki answered as she got up and followed her mother. 5, her mother said. Mio felt sick. I hate this. Every year it's the same, Yuko said, her tone bitter. Mother really believes he will come to the birthday party. He died 5 years ago. He was run over by a bus, Yuki said as she came back into the room. Right outside our house. Mother never got over it. She's driven us all mad, to be quite honest. Doesn't she need to go to a hospital or something? Mio asked, not wanting to offend anyone. Doesn't she need help? We tried talking to her. She won't listen to anyone, Yuko answered. Suddenly, Hachiko lifted his head, and his ears perked as he looked to the window. "Look," Yuki said. "Hachiko can sense something." Mio felt dizzy. It was as if everything had slowed down. Hachiko jumped up and ran to the window, whimpering with a mix of excitement and anticipation. "Mama!" Yuki shouted, her eyes wide. "Hachiko's at the window. Father must be near home." "Quick, turn out the lights," the mother said, gleefully, running into the room. "Let's surprise him. He'll think no one is home." Through the window, Mio could see a bus pulling up across the road. It drove away, and there, in the rain, stood a man holding an umbrella. Hachiko wagged his tail in earnest and started to bark. Hachiko started to jump to get a better view, peering out the window with intense focus. "Mama, Papa has come home!" Yuki cried out. "Quick, everyone, hide!" said the mother. Mio could see a man crossing the road, coming to the house. Her heart was pounding. What would he look like? She had to get away. She couldn't stand any more of this madness. She walked as quietly and quickly as she could to the kitchen in the dark, her legs shaking. She could hear a key turning in the front door. Hachiko was barking. She could hear the front door open. She found the back door, and to her relief, it opened. From behind her in the darkness, she heard them shouting, "Happy birthday, Papa!" She didn't look back. She started to run as fast as she could. "Where did Mio go?" the twins' mother asked as she lit the 5 candles. 1 candle for every 10 years. The father was 50 years old today. "Mio went home," Yuko said. "She said her mother fell off her bicycle and has been taken to hospital. Isn't that right, Yuki?" "Yes," Yuki answered with a grin. "Oh, that's sad," the mother replied, her smile never fading.